Protest took place opposite Sri Lanka's Health Ministry on Monday morning against the government under a theme to drive the ruling faction away for allowing the use of low-quality medicines that claim lives. Trade unions and civil activists took part in the protest along with the Inter-University Students' Federation. Heavy security was provided to the Health Ministry during the period of the protest, while the Police Special Task Force and Riot Police were called in addition to the Sri Lanka Police.
There is intervention to allow medicines to enter the country through improper channels without being subject to the NMRA regulations. This is because they want to ensure the companies make profits and secure their commissions. That is why such decisions were made. A 21-year-old woman died at the Peradeniya Teaching Hospital. The administration said that there was no issue with the antibiotic administered to her and that the necessary certifications could be provided. What is surprising is that the same medicine was given to two other patients at the Kandy General Hospital and they developed allergies. The situation is such that people would die after consuming the prescribed medication. Unregistered medicines were imported from unregistered companies. They wanted more. And the situation is such that 8 people have died so far. The President, Government, Chairman and Minister must resign. The government is toying with the people's lives. We urge Keheliya and Ranil Rajapaksa to refrain from doing so. If one assumes that the Aragale is over, this is just the beginning. Several more protests took place against the importation of low-quality medicine and medical equipment. The Health Services Trade Union Collective protested opposite the Colombo National Hospital.
Doctors and their staff cannot prescribe medicines without any doubts. Those who have zero understanding about medicines are involved in this racket. The government imported low-quality drugs that are resulting in deaths, and the burden is borne by the health workers. We decided to take to the streets to issue a warning. The government must rectify this immediately.
A protest took place opposite the Hinguraguda Hospital in Polonnaruwa with the participation of doctors, nursing staff, professions supplementary to medicines and other related services.
We usually say that a medicine is good when there is only one case per 100,000 patients. However, when around 10 people develop complications and several others die per 3,000 patients, we cannot approve it. The rulers must provide answers on how these medicines were imported. The government has provided us with low-quality drugs and doctors have no choice but to prescribe these medicines. Don't make us pay for your sins and don't put our lives and jobs at risk. We suspect that this is an attempt to incite fear among the masses over public health care and convert these hospitals into private hospitals.
A similar protest took place opposite the Mathura General Hospital in the south of Sri Lanka.
What happened to Sri Lanka's healthcare service? The death of 2 women, including a pregnant mother, at the Peradeniya Teaching Hospital after being administered an anesthetic drug, as well as the death of a 21-year-old girl while being treated for a stomach ailment, led to controversy in recent days. Tests confirmed that the bupivacaine anesthetic in question, which was imported citing that it complied with US standards, lacked an ingredient to be classified as an anesthetic. More than 20 patients who underwent surgery at the Nuwara and National Eye Hospitals developed various complications due to the prednisolone eye drops brought from India, and some patients said that the surgery left them completely visually impaired. A 21-year-old girl died after being injected with an antibiotic at the Peradeniya Teaching Hospital, and although the inquiry team appointed to investigate the death stated to the media that there was no problem with the drug, 3 batches of the drug in question were withdrawn from use a few hours later. 2 patients at the Kandy General Hospital developed allergies after being administered the same drug. These are just a few incidents that have been reported and confirmed by the authorities. A large number of drugs, including the bupivacaine anesthetic, were imported to Sri Lanka in recent days without proper registration from the National Medicines Regulatory Authority. This anesthetic was imported to Sri Lanka via Section 109 of the NMRA Act without NMRA registration. Section 109 of the NMRA Act notes that, quote, the authority may grant permission in special circumstances such as to save a life, to control an outbreak of an infection or an epidemic, or any other national emergency or for national security, to import and supply a particular medicine, medical device or borderline product in specified quantities, unquote. It notes that such permission may be granted on a request made by the Ministry of Health. However, against the backdrop of continuous demands for a formal investigation into these matters, the Minister of Health has decided to appoint an expert committee to look into the incidents at the Peradeniya and Kandy hospitals. Professor Chandima Jeevandara from the Department of Immunology and Molecular Medicine at the University of Sri Jayawardhanapura heads the committee.